وننزل من القرآن ما هو شفاء ورحمة للمؤمنين ولا يزيد الظالمين إلا خسارا. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا وعلى آله وأصحابه والتابعين وكل من اتبع هداه إلى يوم الدين. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. We give thanks to Almighty Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. We send our blessings upon the noble Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his households, his companions, and those who follow his footsteps till the day of accountability. I pray Allah makes us among them. Allah counts us among this set of people. Ameen. Now we are taking it from where we stopped, Bismillah ta'ala, and we'll be taking it from this page. The words, the way they are separated, of course, one of those things are being written and how they are to be joined, and proper pronunciation together with the meaning. So this is like a Pro Max class. Alhamdulillah. Now in the first box, we have 3 alphabets, but joining them together, pronouncing them, it forms a word. And the meaning of the word is what we are going to be translating. So what does the first one means? We have uvina. 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 What does uvina in Arabic language means? One thing I would like to introduce, the first thing I would like to introduce in this class is something that we call fi'lun lam yusamma fa'iluhu. Fi'lun lam yusamma fa'iluhu. That is the verb that its subject is not mentioned. The verb that its subject, a verb that its subject is not mentioned. So, and that is on the scale of fu'ila. Fu'ila. Just as we have fa'ala. Now, when you say adhina, let me use this, we are starting here. Adhina. What adhina, the verb adhina, what it means is that he authorized. He authorized. But when it's turned to udhina, it means he was authorized. The subject, when you say adhina, that means the subject is known. But when you say udhina, that means the subject is not known. That is, they authorized. Those that authorized were not known. That's the difference. If you get the difference, then you are going to get almost everything that we're about to explain. There's a difference between the verb that is subject is not being mentioned and the verb that is the subject is expected to be known, even if it's not included in what you are saying. Now, when you say adhina, you said he authorized. That means that he is known. You know that person. That's what you're talking about him. But when you say udhina, you are talking about something or somebody, a subject that is not being mentioned in that in what you are saying. Udhina, the authorized. That is that person that you did not know. The person that is not being mentioned. And that's why we call it, that's why it's being called fi'lun, a verb. Lam yusamma fa'iluhu. That its subject is not being mentioned. Down we have the next one, which is buhita. 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 He was paled. He was paled when you embarrass someone. When someone is embarrassed, and that's when you say buhita. He was embarrassed. He was paled. He was, yes. He was made. He became pale. So the person that embarrassed him is not mentioned. The person that embarrassed him is not mentioned. Now we have the next word, which it is tuliya. 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 Which means when you say talia in talia, it means when something follows something. It follows. But when you say tuliya, that is, it came after. It came after it. It came after it. Tuliya. It came after. And it is being used sometimes for something that is read. So, and that is from tala. That is to read something. And Allah knows best. We have the next one, which is fuqiba. 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 Which means it was drilled. It was drilled. Or it was pierced. It was pierced. The subject that pierced it, that drills it, that created the hole is not being mentioned. And that's why it's fuqiba. It was pierced or it was drilled. And we have the next one, which it is jumi'a. Jumi'a. That is, it was gathered. It was gathered or it was assembled. So that is what Jumia means. And we have the next one, which is Humida. 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 He was praised. He was praised. He was praised. And then we have the next one, which is Khuliqa. 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 He was created. He was created. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the glorious Quran, خُلِقَ الْإِنسَانُ مِنْ عَجَلٍ. خُلِقَ الْإِنسَانُ مِنْ عَجَلٍ. Human were created in haste. They want to haste to gain everything, to achieve everything. That's what human being is made of. Now, and we have the next word, which is du'ayya. 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 Which means he was called. He was called. The person that called him or that invited him is not being mentioned, but he was called. That's what I've explained in this case of what we call fi'ilun lam yusamma fa'il, a verb that its subject is not being mentioned. And then we have the next word, which is vubiha. 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 It was slaughtered. Slaughtered. When you slaughter something, normally you have dhabaha, that is he sacrifice or he slaughters. Well, now we have vubiha, which means it was slaughtered. It was slaughtered. So and we have the next one, which is ruhima. 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 He was being merciful with. He was being merciful with. He was being merciful with. And we have Zuri'a. 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 Which means he planted. He planted. It is planted. Zuri'a. And then we have the next one, which is Su'ila. He was asked. He was asked. The person that asked is not being mentioned, but we know he was asked. And that's where we are stopping for today. Wasallallahu wasallam. Oh, let's take the last line. We have shukira. 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 He was thanked. When somebody give thanks to someone, so shukira, he was thanked. He was appreciated. And we have the next one, which is su'iqa. 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 He was striked. He was striked. Su'iqa. He was striked. And we have the next one, buriba. Buriba. He was beaten. Buriba. He was beaten. He was beaten. So that is what buriba means. And sometimes citing an example can be used. Buriba can be used when it comes to citing. That's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran. يا أيها الذين آمنوا ضرب مثل فاستمعوا له. Oh the believers, ضرب مثل. An example was cited. An example is being cited. فاستمعوا له. Then listen to it. Listen to this cited example. And that's ضرب. 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 And we have the last one, which it is buriha. 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 Which is it was proposed or it was suggested. Proposed, suggested. And this is where we are stopping for today. وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه الأخيار وسلم تسليما كثيرا. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.